All right, it's official. I've now been to 15 Hooters. Douglasville marks the 15th Hooters. Now, I was up here a month ago, but it doesn't count because I didn't really sat down. Reason being because when I came up here about a month ago, they had a 45-minute wait just to sit down. And I just said, fuck it, I'm not finna chill for 45 minutes just to get a goddamn seat. But now I got a goddamn seat, so now I can officially mark Douglasville off the list as far as one of the Hooters I went to. And maybe somewhere down the line, Cartersville. I may be invading y'all soon. I don't know. This is what I think Hiram, maybe Hiram, but definitely Cartersville. You may be next, or Birmingham, because I've been to Tuscaloosa and Prattville, but I know some of y'all are gonna think, how you gonna go to Tuscaloosa, Birmingham? I mean Tuscaloosa and Prattville, and not go to Birmingham. Birmingham may be next. I don't know. Birmingham or Cartersville. One of those two may be next, or Homewood. But I think if I go to Birmingham, I'll probably go to one in Homewood because they right there within like 10 minutes of each other. So, yeah. I officially made the Hooters of Douglasville. What's good, everyone? A-Fizzle here, tuning with y'all for this 46th installment of Monday Vibes for Monday, November 15th, 2021. Hope everyone's Monday is off to a good start. Hope your week is off to a good start. As you can tell, I got my full voice this Monday, and that will be the case next week because the Broncos are on the bye week. Thank goodness they needed one. Not going to talk about them here. Moving forward. Now, let's get on to the topic at hand because I don't have much to talk about this week. So I'm just going to get through these parts and be done with it. We got a big fight this upcoming Saturday. Miesha Tate versus Ketlen Vieira. I did talk briefly about this last week or the week before in the previous Monday Vibe. So y'all already know how I feel about that. I'm a Miesha Tate fan. Miesha Tate's going to win. That's just my prediction. I will be watching this fight. Now, I don't think it'll be a knockout by any chance. Would I be surprised if it's a knockout? No. But if you want my honest prediction, I feel like it goes the distance, just like the Usman Covington fight. And I think Miesha Tate will win it in decision. Now, like I said, I'm not going to sell Vieira short. She could win this fight. I don't think it'll be an upset either way. But like, if I was a betting man, my money's going on Miesha Tate, though. That's for sure. So enough about that, because there's nothing else to be said. And also, we got Verzuz. We got 2 Verzuz coming up. Now, I haven't really talked much about Verzuz in Monday Vibes. I know I have to catch up on some Verzuz. Ja Rule and Fat Joe had one back in August, I think, or early September. Fabulous, no, that was last year. Fabulous and JD. The Locks, that's what Locks at Dipset. I got to catch up on that one. I did watch a little bit of that one, but I didn't watch the full version. So I got some Verzuz to catch up on. And obviously, the one that just previously passed, my favorite rapper, KRS-One versus Big Daddy Kane. I did cut in towards the end of that Verzuz, and it looked like Big Daddy Kane had the dub at the end, but I got to watch it from the beginning because I want to see the full Verzuz. Now, it kind of sucks that a lot of these Verzuz are going down on Thursday, so I missed like the beginning of it because of work. But Sunday, I was watching football, so that's why I missed the Big Daddy Kane KRS-One until the very end. But we got Verzuz this upcoming week, Thursday, November 18th. I think this time starts at 8 p.m. So if y'all don't want to watch the Falcons get their shit kicked in by the Patriots, there's a lot of Falcons fans already conceding defeat, so why even watch the Falcons-Patriots game? A lot of Falcons fans are already conceding the fact that they're going to lose to the Patriots. And that sucks for me because I can't laugh at them because they already know they toting his L. Now they blow a 28-3 lead in that game. Yes, I'm going to laugh again, but that's besides the point. We got a night for the Queens, Stephanie Mills versus Chaka Khan. But if you're looking at the card right now, especially if you're a Gen Xer or a baby boomer, you're probably looking at this matchup and thinking to yourself, Stephanie Mills and Chaka Khan? Stephanie Mills has no shot whatsoever. Chaka Khan is. That's what you're probably thinking. Now, if you're talking about hits-wise, Chaka Khan will probably win on the strength of that alone. But if y'all thinking it's going to be a landslide, like Chaka Khan just going to wipe the floor of Stephanie Mills, you're sadly mistaken. Now, Stephanie Mills will have a legit chance in this versus. Now, this is why I can't agree with the Gen Xers and the baby boomers. Like I said, there's like a lot of these are judged off hits. You know, if you look at Shanti and Keisha Cole, I thought Keisha Cole had the better verses. You know, I thought she won in my opinion. But I also say if you're looking at hits wise, Ashanti was going to win that battle. Like same with Ja Rule and Fat Joe. If you look at Ja Rule and Fat Joe, you know I haven't watched it, but I can tell right off the bat. You know, if you go by better rapper, better substance, better songs and all that, I would give it to Fat Joe. But if you're looking at hits wise, like chart topping, then you gotta give it to Ja Rule. And I feel like this is gonna be in the same ballpark for the most part. You know, if you're looking at hits wise, you see what Chaka Khan's catalog is, you know, from the 70s and 80s, you're gonna give that edge to Chaka Khan. But if you think she's gonna straight up wipe the floor with Stephanie Mills, that is gonna be a mistake that you will make. Now, my prediction, I do think Chaka Khan will win. I never really saw Stephanie Mills perform, so I can't speak on her stage presence and all that. I'm gonna go by the 2-3 songs I heard about her from her. Put a Little Rush on Me and Something the Way You Makes Me Feel. And then the Christmas song she did in 91. That's like the only 3 songs I really know of from Stephanie Mills. Obviously, with Chaka Khan, you know, The Rufus Days, Tell Me Something Good, Ain't Nobody. I can't remember the rest of the songs, but I'm pretty sure I heard a lot more Chaka Khan than Stephanie Mills coming up. Because my grandma, may she rest in peace, was a huge Chaka Khan fan. And she passed it down to her seeds, like my mom and my aunts. So obviously I heard a lot of Chaka Khan coming up. So, oh, and this song she did with Melly Mel too. I Feel For You. Yeah, that's the one. And then the song, the Kanye West sample, Through the Fire. So yeah, all right, so I do know a little bit more Chaka Khan catalog than I do Stephanie Mills. I'm just gonna be honest, but I guess on Thursday I'm gonna know Stephanie Mills catalog a little bit more. So that'll give me a little understanding of her as an artist. And she is unsung. I don't care what she says. I know she's going to be like, I'm not unsung. Yes, you are, Stephanie, because you didn't really reach the height of your music career that you felt like you could have reached. And it doesn't help matters any that you came out in the late 80s where dance pop R&B was dominating, you know. Obviously, you did your thing, but, you know, compared to Whitney Houston and Janet Jackson at the time, who was like mega stars, yeah, the likes of you and Mickey Howard and all of y'all, Tracy Spencer and all y'all was going to be overlooked. I hate to say it, but y'all was going to be overlooked. And y'all was in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm pretty sure y'all had some great songs, but, you know, at that time, you know, if you wasn't topping the charts like Whitney and Janet were doing, as far as like female-wise, yeah. So you are unsung, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, the interview she had with the Breakfast Club was pretty fucking hilarious. I will admit that. You know, she a real chick. So I do respect Stephanie Mills on that aspect. And I kind of root for her in this verses because of what I heard in the Breakfast Club and, you know, and see how real she is. I respect people who are real and just tell it like it is. You know, that's how Stephanie Mills is, and I got no qualms with that. And also, 2 weeks from now, yeah, I've been waiting for this one as well. Because a lot of people were ciphering which verses should happen, whether it be UGK, Outkast, 3-6, and all, you know. And my thing was, if you're going to do like a versus, you know, you're talking about Outkast, there's only 2 groups that you compare Outkast with. It's either UGK or H-Ball and MJG. And I feel like Outkast will get a versus. And at this point, I'm leaning towards H-Ball and MJG. I feel like that one is going to happen. And then, you know, if you want to do UGK, you could do them with the Ghetto Boys. You know, the best of H-Town, you know, Port Arthur in that area. That's just my thinking. But 3-6 Mafia is actually getting the verses, y'all. So it'll be nice to see DJ Paul, Juicy J on the stage for the first time in years. Because I know Juicy J went off with Wiz Khalifa, Taylor Gang and all that. Do this little trippy music. But DJ Paul will always say, he's always kept in touch with Juicy J. So it's not like they beef or anything. And it'll just musical differences. They went on have them go their separate ways, but they always remain close, you know. So you gotta respect that. So it's awesome to see them perform on stage together for the first time in probably forever. And guess who they go up against? No, not UGK. They not even from the South. If you're an old head, not trying to insult you, but if you're a old school music fan like myself, or if you came up in the 90s, you listen to underground music in the 90s, you know about this beef. You know about it. Straight out of Cleveland, Ohio, 3-6 Mafia's opponent, December 2nd, Bone Thugs and motherfucking Harmony. Now, that's going to be interesting because I don't know if you're going to get Flesh and Busy Bone. You don't know if you're going to get those two. You should definitely get Lazy, Crazy, and Wish. So, it's nice that 3-6 and Bone Thugs are cool with each other. Music is good when 3-6 and Bone Thugs are cool, but with one another. But, in the mid-90s, you had some misinterpretation and caused them to go at it. Somebody said something about Bone, said something in the magazine about Memphis and being a bum-ass town, some shit like that. And it struck a lot of nerve with Memphis rappers. 3-6 went at him with Live By Your Rep. Tommy Wright III had something to say, and Thuggish Ruggish Busters. And I'm sure that a lot of other Memphis rappers had something to say about what Bone said. But after a while, they got older, they squashed it. They've been cool ever since. They actually done records together, 3-6 and Bone Thugs. I think the first sign of the beef ending was when Crazy Bone did a song with Project Pat on Project Pat's debut album, Getty Green. It's called Up There. Smoker's Anthem, some shit like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these two verses. Stephanie Mills and Chaka Khan. And then 2 weeks later, 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Matter of fact, I need to get in touch with my mama because I'm sure my mom will be looking forward to that Chaka Khan, Stephanie Mills versus. And I'm pretty sure she's going to tell my aunties. They're probably going to watch it together. But I'm going to try to watch it on Thursday. Because like I said, why I want to watch the bum-ass Atlanta Falcons, I can just watch two queens go at it on versus, But yeah, I think that's basically about it, as far as this episode of Monday Vibes. Like I said, not really much to say, so I'm going to end it now. So y'all be easy. Till next time, A-Fizzle signing out, and I'll see y'all for episode 47, which will be the Thanksgiving edition. And also, next week will be the beginning of Sagittarius season, the final zodiac sign to get their own turn-up session here on Monday Vibes, because everybody else has got one. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and now Scorpio. I feel like I'm missing one in between, but Libra. Libra, and then Scorpio. So yeah, Sagittarius, y'all time's coming up soon, next week. About this time next week, I think, if I remember correctly, I think Sagittarius starts either Sunday or Monday, somewhere around there. But I got a lot of Sagittarius in my family, so that's going to be interesting. They're going to have their own turn-up session in November or December. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, so I'm going to get up out of here. Till next time, A-Fizzle signing out, and I'll holler at y'all later.